Much love and much light, y'all. So I don't have a lot of service up here, so I have to record videos and then release them. So today I wanted to do a video about being spiritual and dating. Boop, she said it. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. So basically, it's a very interesting journey to be trying to heal yourself and also, open to dating because you're healing yourself. So you start to see toxic behavior that's very subtle in a lot of different people, especially the people that you date, right? Then you start to see the toxicness in yourself when you're dating. It's hard, let me tell you. So it's like, what kind of person are you really looking for? Are you looking for a healed person? Are you looking for somebody through the process? We're definitely leaving behind all the people not even interested in healing. So it is a whole thing. It's a little windy here, so I hope y'all can hear me clear. But it is a whole process. That's the wind clarifying that it's a process. It's such a strong process, it almost makes you not even want to date. Because especially when you're in the dark night of the souls of a transition, and you're constantly hitting the dark night of the souls. So basically, the dark night of the souls is when you have to face your shadow side and tap into your own self to find your own toxicness that has its residue, or that is sitting real potent on your aura, right? So through my journey, I just want all y'all to know that when you're healing yourself, your divine feminine is common to attract in a fake divine masculine or a fake twin flame, just so you can learn from that situation, right? What you're really attracting is yourself. Every time you attract in somebody different, you're always attracting in yourself. So you can always choose to continue that relationship, or you can choose to learn and keep it moving, right? And learn what you got to learn from yourself and keep it moving. So with that being said, what happens when you meet a person that is not the fake person, right? Now, nobody's perfect, and this is the thing with myself. It's like, I expect for my divine masculine to be perfect, like nothing wrong with him, sweet, know when to say something. He can read my mind because he's a divine masculine. Excuse me. He's a divine masculine, you have that potent energy like me, but that's not the case, because I'm healing, you know what I mean? So for me to attract in, sorry, I like this necklace, this is citrine, by the way. For me to attract in that type of person, I have to be that person. I'm not there yet, y'all. I'm not even gonna front. Like, I'm not gonna front. And it's kind of selfish for me to even sit there and be like, oh, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, and that's not even what I am. So when you're healing and spiritual, people don't like the word spiritual. That's your business. Like, y'all can take all of that and do what you want with it. I say spiritual because that's what sits right with me, right? We're all spiritual beings. If you want to or if you don't want to. We all have light and dark energy. If you want to or if you don't want to. That's up to you if you want to accept it or not. That's your business. But for me, I choose to embrace both sides of me, my light side and my dark side, because I can learn from both sides, right? And I am a healer. So with me being a healer, I have to be able to tap into both those energies, because I can't just be lightly healing. I wouldn't be ready for no dark energy. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to the story. Not story, but the situation. Spiritually healing and dating. When you get to the point where you are ready to attract in the person or your person, and then they're here and you see everything about them being here to be real, sometimes it's hard to accept. This is why it's great to learn how to be in the receiving mode every day, all the time of your life. And that's basically being open to what's happening next in your life. Not like, oh, I don't know what's happening next, or having fear because you can't anticipate what's happening next. So when you find that person, it's hard sometimes to accept that it is what it is. So you have to be mindful that you're not self-sabotaging yourself. So for me, I'm a self-sabotager. I think that's the word, yeah. So I have to be mindful. So it's important for me to meditate. It's important for me to watch what I'm eating. Take good habits instead of bad habits. So right now I'm putting in good habits in my life, though I still have my bad habits, so that there's going to be a shift in my life. There's already a shift in my life. I have that shift. Those negative habits, they will no longer, they don't serve me, but they will no longer be here anymore, you know. So I'm also trying to be more in the receiving mode and the releasing mode, right? I'm really good at releasing, I'm not gonna front, but there's still little things in there that I'm working on healing. This is why I took the trip that I'm on right now, right? So you have to know when to let go of certain feelings that don't serve you, so that you don't sabotage yourself, so that you don't bring in these mindsets in your head, like this has to be like this has to be like that, this has to be. We have to learn how to have compassion for ourselves. We have to learn how to love ourselves, so that when you attract in the opposite person, you have attraction, you have compassion for them, you have love for them, you love them through your heart space. Now, me personally, you know, I had a situation of, you know, a fake divine masculine. And you have to be mindful of the men that come to you telling you, you know, oh, I'm your soulmate, or oh, I'm your twin flame. Like your ancestors, your spirit guide, God will tell you that they are the right person. They don't have to tell you. And that's something that I learned. I think I was just so eager to get in a relationship, and it could be an addiction to sex. I'm not even gonna front, because I'm a very sexual being, and sex is great. Who doesn't love sex? So, you know, being single, I keep myself, of course, from not having sex, and I've gotten to a space of loving myself to not even allowing certain people in me. So even, or around me, you know, to absorb, you know, what they say and what they have to say. And it's a beautiful space. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy that I'm here. I'm really excited that I'm here, because I get to show my daughter this. You know what I mean? So she doesn't have to go all the things that I've gone through. But it's even a better space because I'm jumping, right? When you meet that person, you know, they will either show you things about yourself that might be still lingering, that you need to heal about yourself, or they'll show you things about yourself that, you know, you've accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing also. That's also a very scary thing. It's like, damn, you are really like everything that I asked for. Mind you, you could be everything they asked for too. But that's scary. Like, it actually like came true. Like, that's a real thing. Yeah, it's a real thing. It happens. And right now is a very important time, because a lot of twin flames and soulmate partners are coming together, because there's a mission that needs to be done on this planet right now, so that we can balance everything back to how it should be. Sorry, I'm getting messages and stuff while I'm talking to y'all. But just be mindful. Do what you have to do to calm yourself, or to bring yourself back to a calm state. For me, I've learned taking deep breaths is very helpful. So, you know, I take about 20 deep breaths in the morning, just to bring me back down to this planet, because I'm an air sign, so I'm very airy. I'm all over the place. So I have to work on grounding myself. But now is the time for us to. It's so beautiful out here, y'all. I'm just looking at hummingbirds just flying right in front of you, just chilling, just flapping and sitting there and levitating. Now is the time for us to attract in our soulmates. You know, so you have to be mindful of the work that you're putting in for yourself, because you will attract in trash if you are trash, and you will attract in abundance if you are abundance. And if you're attracting in abundance, you shouldn't be afraid of abundance. You should be accepting, you know, in the receiving mode to it. It's like, oh, that's for me, thank you. Oh, that's for me, thank you, I'll take that, you know. So I'm working hard on myself, so that I attract in what's for me, and what's not for me doesn't come nowhere towards me, if that makes sense. So I decided to do something for myself personally, which was take this trip for about a month with me and my daughter because my current living situation does not fit me. And I just needed some space from that to kind of get my head right and figure out what I have to do to get right for me. Right? So, yeah, I took this trip. And I also understand that this trip or this isolation for me is to help me to becoming more into the receiving mode and accept, you know, the masculine when he's ready to reveal himself or come into my life. You know, I don't want to be the one to push away my blessings or my abundance. That is freaking crazy. So I felt like I was in the space of doing so. So I decided to take the time to, you know, isolate myself and to figure out what it is that I need for me, what I need for me to make me happy, you know, what I need for me to keep me smiling all the time and not frowning. You know, I look at my little baby girl and she's frowning. I'm like, why are you frowning? Like, you're like 2, there's no reason to frown. So we'll be practicing our smiles all month long, you feel me? And I definitely urge anybody that feels like they need to get away to get away. Like, people ask me, do I have the funds for this? No. Yes, I do. But no, I don't. Like, the way you spend your money has everything to do with you. So, of course, you have the funds for this. Like, you have to start looking at things from a different angle. Like, you are a god, you are a goddess. So, what do I want in my reality? How do I make it happen? You always say that you don't have, but instead of saying you don't have, you need to say that, how do I get it? How can I get it? Everything is possible. Anything is possible. So, make it happen, including love. Love is definitely possible, but you have to learn how to love yourself first, you know? So I hope this helps. This is Wendy. It's windy out here, y'all. And I hope this message helps somebody. It definitely helps me. I'm going to make sure I do a little video. I'm not going to say every day, but as much as I can while I'm out and about so that I can tap in. Y'all will definitely be hearing from me a little bit more because I understand that we're all going through this process and we're all healing and we all are in the phase of meeting our match, whether that be in physical form or that be ourselves, right? And I need help just like y'all need help. This life plan and mission isn't easy, so that's why we're here for each other, is to help each other, you know? So remember my words and be in the accepting mode, be in the receiving mode of bringing in your spouse. For me, myself, like I mean, I'm not gonna front. There could be a couple people looking to be with you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's what it is for me, but I personally get real clear messages from the divine, my ancestors, my spirit guides. I am a channeler, definitely, and a light worker. I'm a healer. I'm a light worker, but I'm a healer, so I definitely work with dark energies too. Don't get that twisted. It's important that you have knowledge on what you're quote-unquote afraid of or you have fear of. If you know what's going on, there's no reason to fear anything, you know. But I get very clear messages from my spiritual team about, you know, if somebody is for me, if somebody's not for me, and it's up to me really to listen. So you have to be in the receiving mode of the messages that you hear also, because I've been stubborn for a long time, and the reason why you'll be with the twin flame that's not for you and deal with that for a certain amount of time is because you ain't listening. You gotta listen, right? Because I did it and I wasn't listening. I definitely heard the signs, and it's all good. There's no reason to beat yourself up about it. I laugh at it because I'm growing, I'm healing. It's funny. It's funny. And it's okay. And you have to have a light heart about, you know, what you're going through in your process. Okay? So, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. So much love to y'all. I hope that this message helped somebody, and I send y'all love and I send y'all light. Make sure y'all comment and let me know what you feel about this. Okay? Peace.